it was that thing that I've wanted to do ever since I started my business, and I hadn't been able to do it for a variety of reasons. But um, it it took the email sequence that you walked us through today for me to realize, wait a minute, kind of like Connie was saying, I didn't have time. I didn't have time to think it through. It's easier to edit something than it is to create from scratch. So I created a 3-day event, which helped women to grow their capacity to be who they really are, to step into their unique design and to listen to the Lord for what he's inviting them to next, so that they can then become the channel of that, making their remarkable difference. That was the event. So the emails, the wordage wasn't exactly, but it was so close to what I wanted to do that all I had to do was tweak it and add my emphasis, and that just made it so much easier for me to walk through. And then I combined that with some Facebook Lives and some posts that I wrote just to reaffirm what I was saying in the email, so that they were seeing it in a variety of places.
And how many people did you end up at your 3-day training?
I had 8 that came to the event. And I had probably 15 that sent me a note outside of this that I can't come. This sounds great, but the timing isn't working for me. And one of the reasons why is that I'd never done this. I'd never done a 3-day event. My people weren't expecting it. They weren't ready. But I've got 15 more people that are looking for it the next time already. And so I realize that's part of the outcome that I hadn't put into the stats that, builds my next steps that I want to take. So that was huge.
Love it. So, last question. I would love to know what specific belief shift happened, because in all of this, we've been talking about who our God is in relation to our business and who we are and how we show up and serve. And I know that especially as we practice these things, as we practice making invitations in my life, there's been a shift. And if you had a shift that you'd like to share during that, we'd love to hear that from you.
I think twofold, and you spoke to one of them a little bit ago, was that I was feeling like I don't have a tangible thing to offer. I'm at the end of my time, your time with me. You do not necessarily have a course. You do not have a product. You do not, there's not this tangible thing. But as you spoke of the spiritual transformation that happens, this is a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual transformation that's part of the event that I offer. I need to allow that God is doing that thing. And I don't know what that looks like. And I can't promise what that looks like. And that's okay. My woman will get that and needs that. The other shift was that shortly before this event, as I was planning it, I had a good friend who knows my whole business, who's been with me through all the transformations of my life, and had experienced, was close with us when our daughter died 15 years ago. And this journey of coaching that I'm in right now has come since that. And she said to me this last fall, so how's your business doing? And I said, well, I think I'm starting to dream again. I think I'm finally starting to see that I can be me, even though I felt like I had to start over ABC 1, 2, 3, Jesus loves me, this I know, after my daughter died. I'm to a point where I could see me again. So she said, well, that's great. I'm so excited. So I thought, well, she wants to know more. So I started to share with her about this event, and that it was leading to a high ticket offer that was going to be more investment into someone's life. And I was really excited about it. And I mentioned that it was going to be more money. And without even thinking, she just kind of flipped her hand and said, oh, Kathy, you're not that girl. And I went, what's that girl? And the discussion we had yesterday about is business ministry and is ministry business was exactly it. You don't charge high dollar things, you do ministry. And I said, and ministry is free. And how do I pay my bills? And I went home and I cried, and I thought, you hear something that's so emphatic and you think, oh, maybe I've got it all wrong. Maybe I'm not that girl. Maybe I can't do ministry and business. And I've spent like 4 or 5 months processing that aspect. I am that girl. I've always given that kind of value. I have not charged for it, but I am worth it. And so is the transformation that my woman will experience. She is worth it. And when I presented it, that high ticket offer at my event last week, or 2 weeks ago, I stepped into, and you gave me words yesterday morning when you said the home place. I stepped into where I am at home and what I know I was made to do. And that shift has been huge for me.